I've grown to learn to appreciate those experiences
Mm-hmm.
from people. So when whatever action happens or friction happens in life that cause us to now go on different trajectories, right? I'm learning. I've learned, and I'm still in the process of learning to bless that person. Peace be unto them.
Yes. Yes.
Amen, namaste. Right, like everything that I want for myself as I'm moving in my direction for my life, I want for them too. Right, like whatever it was that spark the friction that caused like nah, like these two forces are going to go in their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to appreciate that because like you said, it's teaching me more about myself, right?
Yes. Yes.
And what it's teaching me about myself is that I am so much more intentional about my life daily, about what I want and what I don't want, right? There's very few things. I mean, I can barely name them. If
Mm-hmm.
you were to ask me a question like, "Hey, do you want this or that?" I will tell you this,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's what some of the learning opportunities that these relationships and friendships and just social interactions that's what they teach me and they create
Yes.
for me is that now I'm more clear on what I want, who I want, how I want to be, how I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with someone today and I was like, look, man, like the reason why I will bless someone on their journey, regardless of whatever the friction is, they don't like something that I did, they don't like the way I live my life, they don't like a decision that I make, like regardless of whatever caused the friction, right? I'm okay with whatever caused the friction. I understand in my development that the friction is happening because these two forces energetically now cannot occupy the same space,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
that's how I process these two
Yes.
forces for whatever reason, on a spiritual realm. It's like, these two forces need to go in different directions now. So whatever materialistically happens, I'm good with, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just know that as the other half is going their way, I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna bless you and I'm gonna send all good vibrations and all good energies and all good wishes and prayers to be onto you because why? Because the path and the journey that I'm currently on, that's what I'm in search of, right? That's I want this. I want to protect this inner peace, not just. I realize that I have to create the peace internally to be
Yes.
able to have a peaceful external environment.
Yes.
So if something about you is chaos, then yeah, you really can't exist in this peaceful environment that I'm creating, right? If I'm about harmony, right, and a certain level of balance, right,
Yes.
and,
Yes.
and a certain level of truth, right? Like when I deal with you, I want to deal with you on a level of like there are no barriers between us, right? Like I'm not
Yes.
going to talk around things. I'll talk to things, and but I know I have to be truthful with myself. So if I'm creating all of these things internally and they're expressing in different parts of my actions and that might not resonate with you a certain way and it's triggering you to like react to me a certain way, then I'm okay with that, because
Yes.
I understand like, okay, that type of chaos
Wow.
I don't need, right? Like
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
not looking for that, right? Like, I'm creating a space of peace, harmony, love, joy, abundance,
Yes.
all the goodness that I believe that we should be enjoying in this human experience, right? So yeah, I just bless people. I bless the road that they travel ahead, man. May it be filled with all your, fulfilled wishes, desires, joys, happiness.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's what I want to receive back. So
Yes.
that's the only type of energy I'm gonna give off. I'm not gonna give off anything other than because I realize that now becomes the signature for this moment. That now it's not gonna be a moment. It's gonna be like it's going to be an extended moment,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yes.
if I don't do this. So it's a great learning experience.
Yes, I mean this is beautiful, man, because every time we have these conversations, I learn so much, and there's this just light bulb moments that goes like, oh wow, okay, this is why it's happening. Because, like you just said, right, you send them off with a positive prayer, hey, I hope everything be with you. Well, for me, I learned the hard way, because there are previous relationship that has happened or occurred in my life where I was like, man, how dare you do this to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, I'm out here with good intentions, like, wanting nothing but the best for you. And for you to come out and just, betray me. I'm like, how dare you do this to me? Well, I hope on your way you find betrayal or something.
Mm.
Because the anger, right? Like you said, signature. But now, as you're saying, right, that moment become extended because that moment was extended for me. It was
Yes.
like, you know, every day I kind of wake up like, I can't believe this person did this to me.
Yes.
Every day it just affected my energy, affected the peace I'm trying to create and everything, right? But through again reflecting on yourself, working on yourself and everything, you come to realize that okay, all right, I have to do this in a separate way. I have to do
Yes.
this in a different way. Going back to the first discussion we had about choices, right?
Yes.
I'm a participant in that choice.
Yes.
Guess
Yes.
what? It is not that. It's they didn't do this to me, man.
Yes.
It's both parties involved, right?
Yeah,
So they
exactly.
did this for me because,
Yes.
like you said, I'm creating a peaceful environment.
Yes.
I wake up, meditate, all this stuff. Why? Because I love peace. I love,
Yes.
happiness, all this stuff, right?
Yes.
And when it happened again, guess what? This time around, it was just the opposite, right?
Yes.
It was like, hey man, peace be unto you,
Yes.
assalamu alaikum to you,
Right.
and it was just again nothing but positivity because
Yes.
again that is the environment we are creating right
Yeah.
here.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the content you're seeing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Not just that, go ahead and check out the podcast link down below. Like, share, and subscribe.